Hello, 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 hello. Here we go again, guys. We back again. I'm here with Ben today, and obviously, you guys know we've been talking about getting 1% better in every area you find yourself. And we'll be talking about um, faith. You know, when you working towards a goal, vision, or whatever it may be, sticking with it, no matter outside forces or your self-doubt or your self-belief, how to keep going when bullets is flying everywhere coming at you try to stop you. So today, faith and people opinions, are you going to stop when the bullets start coming, because it will come, or will you push through?
Yeah.
So Ben,
Yeah.
here we go. Let's get the people what they want.
The last podcast we talked about resilience and building your resilience during that, tough moment and stuff. And if you remember, we talked in there about how God is not on your team; you are on God's team.
That's something I learned.
Yeah, and that you're not the one building your life. God is building your life. He's just using you.
Yes, sir.
Today we want to talk about when you are in the process of building, as AK said, the opinions of people and all of that, because I think one of the things that we are taught to be afraid of is failure.
Failure. Yeah.
And when we are met with failure, we think it's a bad thing. I don't know about you, but what do you think about that?
Yeah, because failure hurt. It hurt. As human, we are wired in such a way that to always feel good, right?
Yeah.
So whenever something happens that make us feel bad or make us feel uncomfortable, we see it as negative.
Yeah.
But is it really, or is it lessons that we need to learn? Because one of the things I always go to is when a child is learning how to crawl, walk.
Yeah.
It's failure after failure, right? They fall, they get back. I have kids, right? I saw each and every one of them falling and getting back up, falling, and sometimes when they do fall, they even cry. It hurts, but I never saw them say, you know what, I'm done trying.
Yeah.
I'ma just stay crawling, or I'ma just stay on the floor. But every time they fall, they get back up until the bone gets strong, the muscle gets strong, and finally the falling stop.
Yeah.
So that come back to us when we undertake a project or we have a goal and a dream. There will be roadblock. We will fall, but does falling or does failure give us the green light to stop, or if we fall, do we get back up and step back a little bit and change things around?
Yeah.
And come back with different strategy and different idea on how to approach what it is we're working on.
That's so important. It's important that you mentioned the kids analogy, because failure is a learned behavior. That's what I think. As you were talking, it just kind of dawned on me that you can actually learn failure in the same way that fear is a learned behavior. Right? We learn it as we kind of grow up. As he was talking, the Holy Spirit just kind of put this in my mind. Like, Ben, like that child did not stop pursuing the goal of walking because the kid never learned failure. All the child understood was walking is something that I need to do.
I can do,
and I'm gonna do it.
I'm gonna do it,
Right. So that kid has never learned. The kid is a blank slate. It knows nothing about failure. It knows nothing about fear. It knows nothing. Like if you took a baby and put it together with snakes, the baby might lick the snake. There is no fear.
There's no fear.
There's no fear or anything.
Wow.
And I just feel like as he was talking, I was like, man, like when I was a kid, I never thought about failure. I never thought about will I fail at something and stuff. Like what happened? It's because as we grow up, we learned certain behaviors, and I believe failure is one of the things that we learned in the wrong perspective, right? So you start going to school, and you are punished for failing. Right? You are punished for failing. So you are at home, and you come home, your parents punish you because you failed a class. and you do something the wrong way,
yeah.
and your parents punish you
They get mad.
for failing,
Yeah,
and they
get
get
really mad
mad.
at you.
So your entire life growing up, you
Yeah,
are
fear.
conditioned subconsciously to fear
fear.
failure.
Wow.
I was conditioned unconsciously to fear failure.
That's a good way to look at it.
So now, after years of going through the same thing over and over and over and over,
Your mind
I come and face
conditioned.
myself with a decision where I need to, like, I'm faced with this challenge that I need to take on a responsibility and a dream and a vision and a passion and move with it.
Yeah.
And boom, I meet up with failure.
Failure.
And guess what happens? Subconsciously, everything else that I know about
No,
failure
failure, yeah.
starts to come up.
Come the ball up in you.
Oh man, it's bad. Oh man, I did something wrong. Oh man, I'm doing
God.
this and that, and,
Yeah.
and you know, something is wrong. Or hey, I did something wrong and God is punishing me. Like, and then we stop. We stop, and I think in order to have faith, we need to cure the failure disease. And I would say, I mean, what's one way that you think we can cure that disease?
You gotta have one. I would say one of the ways that you gotta have a burning desire. Like this is it or nothing else, right? I always model after Thomas Edison. You know, with the whole light bulb situation.
Right.
How in the world can you be so determined, right? And you keep going failure after failure, failure after failure. And one thing he said was, when they asked him, he said his answer was so profound. Like, he said, I did not fail 10,000 times. I just found a way that was not working 10,000 times, didn't work.
Right.
Sorry, yeah.
Right.
Until that one time it clicked. So it took him that many times to fail,
Right.
just to get it right that one time.
Right.
So that tells us that it's a possibility. Some of them might fail 5 times, 10 times, 100 times. In other cases, you might fail more than 10 times, right?
Right.
So the lesson is that failure does not give us red light
Right.
to say stop, because anything worth having, right, there will be a price. Now, everyone might go through different stages, whatever that may be, right? So when that time comes, expect it. It does not mean failure is not an invitation
Right.
for you to stop,
Right.
but opportunity for you to keep going, because there will be a price.
Right.
I'm gonna come back to us again when we're learning how to ride a bike.
Yeah.
I have experienced that myself, right?
Yeah.
I feel, because what? I was determined,
Yeah.
I'm gonna ride this bike, right? So I will fall sometimes, I will scratch my hands, my knees, but I don't get back up and say, you know what? I'm done.
Right.
Yeah. You get back on the bike, you stay in pain,
Right.
you crying,
Right.
but you get back on
Right.
you get back on the bike. Why? Because you determine that I'm gonna learn how to ride this bike.
Yeah.
I'm gonna learn how to walk. So that's what I say. In order to keep going forward, once you fail, you might have that burning desire.
Yeah.
You must have it, because without that, once you fail 1 or 2 times, you're gonna find yourself stop doing what you were doing.
Yeah.
So expect it, accept it, pursue it. Kobe Bryant once said, pursue failure, because whatever you try to do, you might fail, right? So it's accepting it,
Yeah.
and learning from it.
Yeah.
It's not a red light to stop,
Right.
but a green light to keep moving forward
Right.
every time you hit that roadblock, because
Right.
it is a possibility you will hit roadblock coming to the top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so true, because I mean, without a desire for, you know, moving yourself forward, how can you move forward?
How can
you
you
know.
move? Yeah.
And I think also is I heard someone say this, that action cures fear.
Yes.
I will say also action cures failure.
You feel it.
All right.
Okay.
Edison wouldn't have met the one time that he succeeded if he hadn't took action to fail 10,000 times. Right? You wouldn't have learned how to ride a bike if you didn't embrace the failure and took action to keep going and stuff. And then the second thing I will give you is, in order for you to cure fear, you have to surround yourself with the fearless.
Correct.
Some of you are eagles still traveling with pigeons.
Pigeon. That does not match.
Some of you are lions and you're still acting like cats.
Correct.
You have to surround yourself with the lions to act like the lions. Surround yourself with the eagles to act like the eagles.
Wow.
You can think like an eagle
Yeah, you know,
to know that when the storm is coming, I don't run away from the storm. I go towards the storm.
Okay, strengthen you.
It's like the ox and the bull.
Yeah.
Like when the storm is coming, they don't run away from the storm. They run towards the storm. They're not afraid of the storm. So you need to put yourself in environments that actually cultivate, like, the fear of failure out of you, right? Because failure, you have to walk with people that have failed several times, so that you can learn from them that hey, failure is normal. It's part of the process because they have learned certain things, right? And the third way you can try to mitigate like the failure rate is also by learning from people that have failed already, right? There's this really excuse my French, but I think like it's really idiotic to think that you can like experience everything. This thing that young people say that I want to experience things for myself. Listen, experience is not the best teacher. As John Maxwell would say, that evaluated experience is the best teacher. Other people's experience are the best teachers. So you don't have to fail simply because of your ego.
Okay.
Like you need to actually surround yourself with someone that has failed already,
Then they can.
and then learn from them because they can show you some of the pitfalls not to get into.
That makes sense.
So that's what I would say, like towards that process. And I mean, what happens when you are, when you choose to live small, when you can go bigger, right? Why do you think people should do that?
Why do people
choose to live small instead of moving forward and living bigger?
Well, let me go back to what you said earlier when we started about learning. Failure is learned. Fear is learned. Because living large or living a life that is not normal. If you have this goal, right, you don't want to be average.
Right.
Just doing the minimum.
Right.
But when you decide you want to become extraordinary, right? You want to do something greater. Well, fear, the first thing will come in. How? Because now you're about to set yourself up, not play small.
Yeah.
But playing big also come with a price, right? And I think the I would say the reason why most people stay down there, one, the fear of failure. Back again to what we're saying. What if, right? So failure keep people from trying to live a higher life than the normal life, right? Two, criticism. People do not want to be criticized. And I think the past year, I found myself a little bit getting loose. But I was in that position at one point. Especially being a fitness world,
right?
Married man, right? So, but I used to tell myself, what would people think if I start a YouTube channel, a Facebook page, to start to put myself out there,
right.
promote my work, sell my work, sell myself, help people. At the same time, why I'm helping myself, right? So all of those things used to play on my mind. So, but I realized if you stay thinking about what people would say, it tells me that you have not discovered who you are yet. Because the opinion of a giraffe does not stop the lion from going to try to go out after that giraffe, because the lion know who he is, right? So, but if we keep thinking, what will people say, or who would talk about me, then you have not discovered yourself yet, because then you are still a slave to people, because and I thought people will only say things when you're doing the wrong thing, but I was wrong. People would say things to you even if you're doing the right thing.
Absolutely.
Right. So deep down in my heart, I said, I'm not causing harm to no one.
Right.
I'm not causing harm to my relationship,
Right.
to God.
Right.
You know, I'm doing I am doing this because I love it, and I can help other people transform their lives.
Mm-hmm.
So once I know that now, I can start to take that bold step.
Right.
So back to your question, why do people stay small instead of rising above? Could be number one, the fear, criticism, and the resources.
Yeah.
So those are the three things I would say.
Yeah.
So what do you say?
I love the analogy that the giraffe's opinion doesn't stop the lion from eating it.
Eating it, yeah.
I like that. It's like, I mean, you find yourself in a position where you want to pursue something, and I love the piece of like the criticism of other people. Right? Again, like your entire life, maybe you may have been in a school that your teacher told you, hey, you're not good at math.
Correct.
You're not good at science.
Mm-hmm.
You're not good at this. You're not good at this. You're not good at that. You're not good at that. You've been told your entire life that you're not good at something. That's somebody else's opinion of you. But you were created in the image and the likeness of God. So this means that by default, you have something within you that nobody else has. Right? You have an aspect of God within you that nobody else has. So I told my youth this once, right? That so this kid came up and she was feeling bad because of the grade she had in some of the classes.
Okay.
And I want to for a moment speak to parents here, specifically our African parents.
Yeah.
And this is not a put down or anything, but stop trying to live your dreams through your children. It's not their responsibility.
Amen. Amen to that.
Like, stop trying to live your dreams through your children.
Wow.
Your children are supposed to be an arrow that you can send. Right? And yes, that's why the Bible told you to train them in a way that they should go. So you take your child and send them to a place that teaches them how they're not good at something. And then when they come home, you reinforce that belief system.
Killing them. Wow.
Because you have so much confidence in the experts
than
who God said your kid is.
Wow.
And some of you have made your children to walk in paths that were not destined for them. Because of that, because of your opinion about them. And this is why today most adults, like myself, and we will find ourselves in certain places, but because we haven't learned how to break that mindset, and we haven't quenched that voice yet, we find it very hard to move forward and stuff. Right. We find those limitations keep saying. Someone asked me, well, what's wrong with the African man? What's wrong with the black man? It seems like we're always this, we're always that, and always that. Well, I mean, the fruit doesn't fall far from the tree. The apple doesn't fall far from it.
Yeah.
I mean, if the root is rotten, guess what? It's going to produce rotten fruits. So we can expect a better person than we are when we were training them to be like us.
Correct.
So, and I know I went on a tangent there, but I thought I'd touch on that. But the opinions of people, the opinions of society, the opinions of your teachers, they may have told you you're not good at something, but that doesn't define you.
Correct. Not at all.
That doesn't define you. So you have to move past the opinions of people. As Ike said, whether you do good or do bad, people are going to talk either way. I remember, so recently as I started doing the AI webinar and all of that and stuff, that's something I had to come to grips with to understand, because when you are known for one thing and people see you doing something else, people may start to question and all of that. And well, I've been doing this for a very long time, as you know. This is something that I do outside of my ministry, outside of the So now taking that knowledge and actually sharing it with people getting like someone might say, oh, he's doing this, he's doing that, but guess what? I don't care. Right? I don't care. If there is one thing I've learned is honestly to the only opinion of people that I value are people that are actually transforming my life, number one. But even at that, the ultimate opinion is God's opinion in my life.
But definitely what God says.
Just because someone says something is good for me doesn't mean it's good for me.
Exactly.
Even if they are your mentor.
Right.
That's why you have to make the choice.
Yeah.
You have to make the decision as to whether this is something that God actually wants
to do.
So that I'll say definitely people's opinion does keep us
Thought of us
small
small.
because we think that, hey, if somebody is criticizing me, then what I'm doing
What I
is
do is
bad.
bad.
or
Yeah,
wrong.
exactly. So,
Oh man, even Jesus Christ has to face the
Shoot.
Pharisees on a daily
Ooh,
basis. Man, he was called Beelzebub.
Beelzebub, yeah.
And he said
Bastard.
that if they call me Beelzebub,
Yeah, then.
guess what? They are going to call you the same thing. For what
Yeah.
the mentee cannot be greater than his master.
The master.
Right? He has to go through the same thing. So don't stay there thinking that people's opinions about what you're doing should stop you. Now you also have to ask yourself what you're doing is actually in line with what God has destined for you.
Lord, yeah.
If it's benefiting humanity,
Yeah.
and it's not at the disadvantage of somebody else. You don't
else,
have
correct.
to do evil
Yeah.
to succeed.
To
You don't have
succeed,
to
yes,
do
sir.
evil in order to harm people. I heard Myron Golden said this. He said that you should. He said, don't use people for profit. Use money. Teach people. Use money as a tool to improve the lives of other people, right? So you have to understand your identity in Christ. Understand your identity as a child of God first, before the opinions of other people. You have to start paying attention to what God says about you more than what your enemy, more than what yourself and what people are saying about you. Otherwise, you will forever be trapped in that area.
Would you tell our listener what one of two empowering things that God says about His children?
So the first thing I will say comes from Genesis 1:26 through 28.
Okay.
Right. And not just that, but before that, I think probably 20 and something, right? It says that God said, let us create man in our image and after our likeness, and let them have dominion. So you have to understand, if God says that I'm going to create something in my image, you have to first understand, what does that look like? Genesis 1:1 says, in the beginning God created something. So you have to understand that, number one, you are an image bearer. You represent God.
Okay.
You represent God. That's what you have to understand.
Amen.
You represent God. That's the first thing I would tell you. I will say this for myself. The second thing that has helped me is, number one, I understand that I have the image of God.
Correct.
And number two is to know that I receive Christ.
Correct.
I am now transformed. I am a new person, and therefore I have a purpose to fulfill. I receive the image of God, and because of that image, I was born into sin, but I now receive Christ. And I am a new creation now, and I have a purpose to fulfill.
Right.
So if I have a purpose to fulfill, and I understand that I was created in the image of God, why would I care about what someone says about me? Why would I care?
Okay.
My purpose mattered more than the opinion of someone.
Okay.
Because I understand that they were created in the image of God, and they also have a purpose. So if they choose not to fulfill their purpose,
then
it shouldn't stop me from fulfilling mine.
Right. Okay.
I'm gonna go either way.
Right.
Those two things has helped me a lot, to be able to not listen to the voices and stuff. But I want to bring us. I don't know if you have a question.
No.
I want to bring us to a point here, because outside of the people's opinion, one of the things I believe that keep us small is self-sabotage.
Okay.
Right? We sabotage ourselves.
Strongest.
And the reason we do that is because we don't recognize the patterns in our life. Have you ever been trying to pursue something? You're about to have like a Kairos moment. Kairos moment is basically where it's like a breakthrough moment. But then you lost it. And then you find yourself in that same situation again, and then you lost it. You find yourself in that same situation again, and then you lost it. Or you find yourself you go forward, and then you come back. You go forward, and then you come back. So I realized that in my life at a certain point, there was a time where I was self-sabotaging myself by the behaviors that I had, the things that I consumed, the habits that I developed, the people I surrounded myself with, and what I allowed myself to believe. Because the voice that you listen to the most is your own voice.
Can you imagine?
So if you don't want to keep playing small, you have to stop self-sabotaging. Like you find yourself you're about to have a breakthrough, and then the night before, you go and watch pornography. And what you don't understand is the spirit realm is real, and what's happening is by interacting in that act, you are opening yourself up to the enemy, and giving him access to stop you from going to that place. Or you're about to have a big breakthrough and you go and sleep with a lady.
Right.
And you don't know that maybe that lady or that guy has a demon within them.
Within them, right.
You see, one of the things that, and I know this might get a little bit spiritual here, but I think it's important.
It's all right. Yeah.
And one thing we don't understand is every man is a spirit.
Correct.
And every spirit carries spirits with them. So when you attach yourself to someone, that's what the Bible says, the two becomes one. So when you attach yourself to, by the way, before I finish that thought, is anyone that is not your wife that you sleep with is considered a prostitute.
Jeez.
It's a harlot.
Yeah.
In the Bible, we don't have girlfriends and boyfriends.
No. Oh, side chicks.
Side chicks.
Yeah.
Or sugar daddy.
Yeah. Sugar mommy. None of that. Right.
I know I just lost some friends, but that's okay.
Kingdom talk.
Yeah, but
Kingdom talk.
We don't have that. So whoever you are sleeping with outside of a marriage is actually a harlot, male and female. What we call girlfriend today is what the Bible called harlot. You are prostituting your body for the destruction and the gain of pleasure.
Few minutes.
So when you do that and you're about to have a breakthrough, if you are sleeping with someone that just slept with another person that had a demon, and that demon attached to them, whether you are a believer or not,
sabotage yourself.
You basically invite that in, and those demons take advantage of you.
Jeez.
So you have to stop self-sabotaging. You have to stop it right now.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's a big one. Yeah. Earlier when we were talking about failure, you have to you said that you have to surround yourself with the right people.
Yeah.
Help us understand. Let's say you grew up in a place that you desire to become something, right? But you don't have no one in that area that have the same mindset. Everyone is in your neighborhood, doing drugs, having sex at 15, 16, drinking, skipping school, because when I first came from Africa, I was living in New York, a place called Park Hill, right? And all the project, it was what I just talked about. Sex, smoke, alcohol, sex, smoke, alcohol, right? But you can be in an environment and probably have dreams, right? Now, my question is, if you don't have no one in an area or in a community to surround yourself with to help you change the way you see things or change the way you do things, how can you find, or what can you do to pull yourself out so that you can fulfill God's purpose for your life, or to become someone not staying at the lower bottom? How can you find a way to get yourself out if you find yourself in such an environment?
Right.
Yeah.
Before you can physically move yourself from an environment, you have to first be mentally out of the environment.
Mental.
You have to first be mentally and spiritually out of the environment.
Okay.
The body follows the mind and the spirit. This is why your actions always, like what you are doing, is always premeditated.
Always.
Yeah. So like you plan it in your mind before you take it physically.
So listen to this. So are you saying that whatever we see people doing, whether good or bad, is first planned?
Yep.
Before they manifest it?
Yep.
Talk to me.
Yep.
Okay.
It's literally like you don't do smoke. You think smoke and then you do it. that's
oh
what
my
happens.
goodness.
Like
Okay.
You don't do porn. You think porn before you watch it.
Holy Spirit, help me.
You don't like
Wow.
you don't like say, oh, like you don't just see a woman and then you have sex with a woman. You think that you were having sex first before you take the action.
Wow.
That's why, like, the dream did not come to you in the physical. It came to you in the invisible realm, in the mind
Yeah.
first.
Wow.
Okay? So what I would say to that person,
Yeah.
if you have the chance and you are watching this, you already have people to associate with because you have the internet.
You have a phone.
If you are watching this, it means you have access to the internet. And to me, like, the internet is basically God's blessing
Seriously.
because you can have access to anyone,
Wow.
right? So use the tools at your disposal. If you have the internet, look for people that think like where you want to go and start listening to them. Because you transport yourself to the place mentally first, spiritually first, before you can move to the place physically. So that's what I would tell you is your environment, your physical environment doesn't have to be the same as your spiritual and mental environment. This is why Christ could tell us boldly that you are in this world, but you are not of the world. Not only we are from another place, the
Correct.
invisible realm, right?
Yeah.
So our thinking system, our spiritual environment and mental environment is different from this current system. So yes, environment can have an impact on you physically,
Correct.
but mentally and spiritually it shouldn't, because you have control over that. You can chain a man, you can put him in prison physically, but mentally and spiritually you can't prison them. Right?
Yeah.
So like that's why the enemy tries to break your spirit.
The mind.
Break it, because he knows that once he breaks that,
Your physical self is nothing.
yeah,
Wow. Wow.
that's what I would say.
Yeah. Thank you, Ben. I just learned something today from what you just said, that whatever you see a man doing, mankind, period, both male and female, it was first premeditated, right? It first happened in the mind.
Yep.
So if you see somebody eating healthy,
Oh,
then they plan to
yeah.
make that move.
Yeah.
If you see somebody eating like a junk, they plan to eat that junk.
Yep.
Exercising, it was playing first in the mind.
Yep.
Having goals and working towards it,
Yep.
it was playing that I'm gonna do this, right?
Yep.
If someone is writing a book, it
Yep.
first happened
Yep. In the mind.
in the mind
Everything.
before.
Yep. Yep.
Wow.
So like, we bringing this all up together. There was a guy, Nehemiah. Right?
Yeah.
And Nehemiah, as you mentioned, was this one guy that his country people, so to speak, brought news to him that wasn't pleasing to him, and they told him that the walls of Jerusalem are broken down, and the people are all over the place. There's no protection and all of that, and he had that passion, that burning desire to the point where he got sick. Right, it was so strong that he wanted to solve that problem to the point where he got sick, and even the king at that time looked at him and said, "Man, what's wrong with you?
Yeah,
Like, I've never seen you like
like
this
that, yeah,
before."
yeah.
And then he explained to the king, and the king went and helped him out and gave him everything. And he had to go on that mission. The reason he could go was because he first had that desire, that burning passion in him to be able to go and pursue that.
pursue it.
Yeah. And while he was pursuing that, some other things happened and stuff.
Along the way, yeah.
And we can kind of dive into that here
Yeah.
about, staying focused.
Yeah.
Staying focused
Focus.
on the task at
Yeah,
hand.
yeah.
What do you think about that?
Yeah, staying focused. Thank you, Ben. That is huge, especially what we find ourselves today, right? Distraction is everywhere, guys. If you do not manage your mind, if you do not manage your time, if you are not laser focused, you will start and stop. You will start and stop. And if you're not careful, you will stop and never recover again to come
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
So focus in Nehemiah's life at that time was crucial, right? This guy was so focused. Opposition were coming from everywhere saying, calm down, we need to talk to you. And one thing he said was, why would I leave what I'm doing to come and have a conversation with you? And I guarantee that conversation probably had nothing to do with him progressing. I guarantee you, right? So he was so determined, just like Christ was, right? And he told them, go tell them I'm not coming down because I am building the wall. And today, so many of us found ourselves trying to do 10 different things, right? Jesus came to save the human race, and that was his focus, right? So he didn't do too many things because he knew where he was going. So that was the path Christ was on. And then for me, one of the things I have learned was what Christ said, the joys that are in front of the joy, what was it that he said? He said something like, I can endure the pain because of the joy
that lies in front of me.
That lies in front of me, yeah.
Right.
So every time when I'm doing something, sometimes my mind always I go back to that to help me to keep my eyes on the prize.
Yeah.
Because everything that you're going through, you can take the beating, you can take the pain, because you're going somewhere that when you get there, when you look back, you will say all of this was worth. Everything I went through, it was worth it, because now look what God has done, and look where I'm at now. So focus is huge. And I'll get one thing about that. Staying focused. You must have a plain goal, right? Which we'll talk about it, about getting 1% better.
Yeah.
Have a big dream, but break it down into manageable tasks that you can do. Doing a little bit at a time.
Yeah.
Doing a little bit at a time. Chipping away step by step, right?
Yeah.
And also having people around you, if you do have the right people around you. Always having conversation with those people, right? Because that will help. That can help you to stay on path, to stay focused when you're around the right people. So that's one thing I would say about that.
That's good. I mean, like you rightly say about Christ coming to this earth and stuff. I wanted to touch on something, because in addition to what AK is also saying, there may be someone out there that you are like multi-talent, right? Right. You are one of those people that God may have given you 5 talents.
Yep.
God may have given you 2 talents, and some of us have 1. For me, I know I'm multi-talented. And the thing I will say is, you have to understand that as someone that is multi-talented, all your gifts work as unison, right? They work at unison to fulfill one goal. I think it's in Luke chapter 18 when Christ took the book and he was reading from it, and he said that the Spirit of the Lord is upon me, and he has anointed me to do this, to do this, to do this, and to do this. Right? Christ's ultimate goal was to go to the cross. But he, under that umbrella, he had other things that he needed to take care of, and all of that, set the captives free, preach deliverance to those that are in prison, like the gospel to the poor and all of that. So if you are that kind of person, is focus requires simplicity. That's what I had to learn, is like, in order for me to focus, I had to simplify my activities, I had to simplify my tasks, I had to simplify my life. And focus requires you to say no to things that are urgent but not important. Again, focus requires you to say no to things that are seemingly urgent but not important. And focus requires you to say no to things that other people think are good for you. Focus also requires you to say no to good things so that you can have the better things.
The great ones,
Right? So for me, I've had to say no to a lot of things, and I'm even learning to let go of a lot of things, because I'm this person, like, my mind is always full of ideas. Like, my mind is always full of ideas. And I will take an idea and run with it. And like, I love testing new ideas and
yeah.
testing things to see what works, what doesn't work, and I
Right.
keep the ones that work.
Yeah.
And that sometimes I find myself in a position where I'm doing multiple things. I'm like, oh,
Well, slow down, Ben.
simplify it,
Yeah.
and find a system to put everything in place. So being focused is not the same as you can multitask, but you can't multi-focus.
No.
Right? So you have to focus on one thing at a time, and you have to prioritize one thing at a time, because all of this falls under the umbrella of building your faith and stuff, right? Building your faith, because in order for that faith to be built, you need to get rid of the fear of failure. You need to embrace failure, because from what I've learned so far, nothing else is built without failure. You have to build on failure. Success is. Forget about the opinions of other people. Like we said here, people will talk whether you're doing good or bad. In fact, they will talk more when you're doing good. Because,
Is that right? Wow.
People will talk more bad things about you when you're doing good. Here's what I would say. Within every criticism, there is always an opportunity to learn something about yourself.
Yeah.
So you filter their criticism through the lens of, hey, is what they're saying actually true? And if it's true, can that learn something and adjust and move on?
Amen.
Because criticisms are good.
Yes.
And not the person that always want to be negative and stuff. Yeah, just forget about them.
Yeah.
Number 2 is you need to know you know your identity. You know who you are in Christ.
Correct.
And you have a purpose. So does everybody else. And just because someone is choose not to fulfill theirs, it doesn't mean you shouldn't. And like just make sure you are surrounding yourself with the right people and all of that. So if you are in a place where you're in a bad environment, transport yourself mentally out of the environment and spiritually, and you will find yourself eventually, like, you will see the opportunities in the environment to change things. And in order for you to stay focused, your friends, you need the right environment to be there. You need to be able to simplify your life, have a plan, and be able to do all of this. So these are things that we've talked about and all of that. And I'm pretty sure there's some of you out there that may be going through some difficult time, and sometimes it may be like you want to give up.
Correct.
You want to give
Correct.
up. And what would you say to someone like that, AK?
Thanks, Ben. I have heard many times that giving up is not an option, or failure is not an option. But let's come back. Sometimes you have to quit. In what way? What do I mean you have to quit sometimes? So let's say you're doing the same thing over and over, but you have no progress, right? Why are you keep doing it, right? That's what I mean, quit, right? Albert Einstein said, doing the same thing over and over, without result, it's insanity, right? So quit me while you keep doing the same thing, but the result you want, you're not manifesting that result.
Right.
So you have to quit, step back, and learn a new way to do that thing. Same thing will come back to the light bulb thing.
Yeah.
Thomas Edison was not doing the same thing. He did something, it didn't work.
Right.
Then he tweaked it. After he did that again, it did not work. Then he switched it. He wasn't just doing the same thing over and over.
Yeah.
It's like, you get my point? Yeah. So sometimes we hear, don't quit, but in certain things you have to quit it and adjust and come back again and then apply it. But it is true that quitting should not always be our options. Many people quit or they gave up just when success was right at their door, and then you did all that work, all those years, and the moment your breakthrough was about to come, you break down.
That's right.
Yeah. The moment breakthrough was coming, you break down. So don't break down when you're about to reap the work you're putting.
Right.
So and it is hard, Ben.
Yeah.
It is hard to work on something for so many years. You try to tweak it, fix it, put a system in place. Nothing is nothing is happening yet. But that's the point, because once you start to reap, you said, right? So, but giving up should not be our first or second or third option. Always keep pressing forward. For example, the crowds are going to quit on us. what would I have become
Right.
of mankind?
Right.
You know, he went through a lot. He went through a lot. Torture him, you know, lie on him. So same thing when it comes to us. We must carry our cross. Whatever they will find ourselves, you must carry the cross. You will be hungry. You will be thirsty. There will be temptation. But with God, it's possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you must be willing to go through that, and always remember when things are not working, take a break, step back, and maybe draw out a new plan. Purpose does not change, but your plan can change towards that purpose. Again, purpose cannot be changed because once God had gave breath. I mean, you have been given breath to do what God wants you to do. It does not change, but your plan going towards that thing can change. So if things are not working out, step back and draw a new map, but still going towards that purpose.
Right.
We must stay focused and keep our eyes on the prize. Yeah.
That's really great. And
Yeah.
what I'll add to that is, you know, you want to find yourself. I learned something very important from a friend, and you know, she said something that most people find themselves with somebody that only want to be around them in the midst of good times, but really not when they're going through the difficult moments, right? So in the battlefield, it's called the foxhole body, right?
Yeah.
You need that person, right? When you are in a season where you're going through difficult situations and you are on the verge of losing your mind and you are on a place where you're thinking like, man, I don't think I can do this anymore. You need someone in your corner that has a higher faith in that moment to be able to tell you, hey,
Let's go.
hold my hand, let's go.
Yeah.
Right, hold my hands, let's go. Jesus couldn't take the cross when he was beaten.
Yeah.
Somebody had to
Yeah.
carry that
Carry the
cross
cross
for
with
him.
him. Yeah. Yep.
You're gonna need
that support.
You need that one person in your corner. It could be your
yeah.
wife, it could be your husband, it
best
could be
friend,
your best friend.
your auntie, your
You
uncle,
need
somebody,
someone in that moment
time.
that has a higher faith than you to borrow you faith, so to speak, to borrow you
to
some
fuel you
faith,
up.
right? To fuel you up,
Amen.
right? That's why the Bible says two cannot walk together unless they agree. So
There was
and,
power
and,
in-
and like there's power, right?
Yeah.
He said a two-fold cord is not easily broken, but when you add a third, and if you add a third one, it's really hard to break. So in a moment, if you are in a position where you're feeling like giving up, that's one thing I would say. And the other thing is, you have to, you know, I'm beginning to learn this, is that if the God that you serve is a God of doing, you will never live peacefully because you will always want him to do things for you. God is not just a God of doing. So if you are living your life thinking like, oh, when I ask God to do something, he should do it, and if he doesn't do it,
I'm gonna turn my back.
like I'm gonna be miserable and all of that, you are misunderstanding who God is.
Correct.
Because his ways are not your ways, his
yeah.
thoughts are
Thoughts.
not your thoughts. As the heavens are
That's it.
far
That's
from the
it.
earth, so are his ways, so are his thoughts. So
Wow.
you have to get outside of the mindset
gotta
of
do.
God needs to provide for me. Heck, God doesn't have to do anything for you.
Wow.
If he does it, great.
That's hard to
Praise God
take.
that he does it. I know it's hard for you to take in, but this is the side of faith that most people don't tell you about. Because your faith will lead you into the prison. Your faith is going to take you to places where you are going to question whether God exists or not. Your faith is going to take you to a place where you are in a position where you're like, man, I don't think I can do this anymore. And you have to come to a point to understand that, like, God is more interested in who you are becoming than what he's about to give you. Like, he's not interested in giving you the thing only. He's interested in making you into something.
That's the one right there.
He's
I like
interested
that.
in that.
Yeah.
He's interested in making you into something else. Into that person that can believe him even if your sight contradicts his word.
Correct.
Because the just shall live by faith. Habakkuk chapter 2. The just shall live by faith, not by sight. So you have to get beyond a God that just do,
Right.
a God that function based on your sight, into a God that function based on faith, and a God that's interested in who you are becoming. Because listen, the most difficult part of the blessing is the beating.
Wow.
Before the most difficult part of the glory is hanging on the cross.
Wow.
Is when you go. I'm gonna go a little bit of
tough.
tangent here before we close. Do you remember when Christ was about to go to the garden?
Yeah.
I mean, to the cross. He went to the garden with James,
yeah.
John,
You mourn.
and tried to cry.
Yeah, he tried to cry.
And pray.
Yeah,
Did
it
God
was too
answer
heavy.
him?
It was too much.
God didn't answer him.
No. God did not.
God did not answer him.
Is that what he said? If
He said, "Not my will."
it is possible to
Take it away.
that was for me.
God didn't
See?
answer him. How many times have you prayed, Father, I'm tired. I need to, I can't do this anymore. Take this away. How many times have you prayed that? And yet, the problem keeps happening. Like, you're still going to the cross, buddy.
Yeah.
Like, you're still going to go.
Wow.
But here's what God taught me. And literally, I'm telling you, like, last week. This is not something that is, like, 2 years, 3 years ago.
Right.
This is something that God taught me now. This is why I tell you that God is more interested in what you're learning and who you are becoming. More than what you're going to get.
Wow.
Because there are things that he wants to teach you that you need to learn.
Wow.
So he comes and tells me, it's like, did you know that when my son was crying to me, I didn't answer him? He still went to the cross and died.
Yes.
Because he had to. When he was on the cross, he called upon me.
He did.
I didn't answer him.
Father.
And he told me, why have you forsaken me?
Mm.
So you think you're the
Jesus.
only one that went through trouble? You think you're the only one that went through problems?
Wow.
I know you feel right now that God
Right.
has forsaken you. But I'm talking to you as much as I'm talking to myself, because this is something I had to learn, that you can inherit the glory that comes after the cross without going through the cross. You have to go through it.
Wow.
And God is trying to teach you to trust him, rely on him. This is why Christ was like, not my will, but your will be done. At the end of the day, the will of the Father was to nail his son to the cross.
To pay for him.
It's painful. Can you imagine putting a nail in your palm?
And in your foot.
He had to go through it.
Wow.
You have to go through it.
True.
You have to endure that pain. There's no way around it. There's no way around it. How else is your family going to be delivered? How else are you going to break the cycle? How else are you going to break the pattern? How else are you going to bring wealth to your family? How else are you going to bring prosperity to your family? How else are you going to break the poverty? How else are you going to change the environment that you're in?
Yeah. God don't give.
You have to go through the narrow path, my friend. There is no way around it. And I just wanted to share that with you guys, because that was a very impactful teaching moment for me.
For you.
To learn this thing. And hey, if I tell you that I still feel happy about it, I'm lying to you. Like, I'm lying to you.
Right.
There's nothing happy about experiencing pain. See, society has conditioned us to be so soft. Society has conditioned us to be so weak.
Wow.
Like, you don't get diamond by putting it through, like, just some small heat.
Wow.
It has to go through the fire. The furnace of affliction. That's what the Bible calls it. You have to go through the furnace of affliction.
Wow.
And it's not like the thing is not going to happen. The glory is going to come. But you still have to go through the cross, my brother.
That's scary.
It is.
That's scary. Tough love.
And when God told me that, I was like, I don't know, man. If I want this again,
take the cup away. Yeah. Take the cup away.
Like, I don't know.
From
Is
me.
there another way?
Right.
Like, can we find another process?
Can we negotiate?
No.
Wow.
Like, this is why he said in Isaiah that, like, I make known the end from the beginning. I say, my purpose will stand.
No matter what you do.
No matter what you do. So, that's a little bit of, a window into my own personal experience. And I just thought I'd share that with you guys. And I hope this podcast today has helped you become 1% better in your faith, in your life. AK, I don't know if you have anything else.
Yeah, man.
Stuff.
You said it. You ended the right way. It is real. You will go through persecution. You will carry your cross.
Yeah.
If you don't want to be average, because it take no effort, it take no exception to be to be an average individual.
Yeah.
But when you decide to go to another level, that will be a price. But in that process, like Ben said, does not mean God is not there or He left you alone. But that's the process you have to go through, right? He's not gonna hand it to you.
Amen.
A lot of time, even in the church, people will pray, give me. I see your blessing coming. Receive it. No, you have a part to play. Okay, you have a part to play. But all in all, trust the process, believe in God, that whatever it is you're working on, we're talking to you, but also speaking to ourselves, because we are undertaking some projects that it's taking us long. We're going through some uphills, but we have to climb those hills. We have to trust God that at the end of it, we will reap and His name will be glorified, because the impact we will make and the impact you're going to make in whatever it is God has called you to do. So, like the Bible said, keep the good fight, keep pressing forward. Setbacks will come, failure will come, criticism will come, people will ridicule you, but through it all, Dr. King went through it. Nelson Mandela went through it. Winston Churchill went through it. Abraham Lincoln went through it. When the country was collapsing, he stood and fought. And today, he is considered one of the, if not the best, but one of the best president of the United States. It wasn't an easy route for that guy. He went through so much, a nervous breakdown. He lost multiple times, but that was his purpose at that moment, and he stood the test of time. So I'm telling you, let us stand the test of time, because we will and we are going to be tested when we decide to not live an average life.
Amen.
And do what God has called us to do. Amen. The test will come, but in our test, there will be a lesson to learn, to grow our faith, and to bring the glory into God's kingdom. So today, as I do my closing, thank you for tuning in, and I hope you got 1% better. Iron sharpen iron. Stay with people who elevate you, who motivate you, and inspire you. I want to say thank you.
All right, guys, there you have it. Have a great day.